Why would advanced alien civilizations reject humanity while Earth itself embraces its own outcasts? Lieutenant Kate Voss stared at the orders on her tablet. The screen flickered in the dim light of her quarters. Report to Base 87, Nevada Desert. Immediate transfer. No explanation. She tossed the tablet onto her bed. After the Mars colony incident, she knew her career was over. 6 months ago, she had questioned a direct order during the rebellion. The order that would have killed 300 civilians. The order she refused to follow. The military transport hummed beneath her as it crossed the Nevada desert. Through the small window, she saw nothing but sand and rock. The pilot hadn't spoken a word since takeoff. The transport descended toward what looked like empty desert. Then the ground split open. A massive door revealed a hidden underground hangar. The ship dropped into darkness. "Lieutenant Voss," a stern voice called as she stepped onto the metal platform. A man with a scarred face and colonel insignia waited for her. "Colonel Ward, follow me." They walked through steel corridors. Red warning lights pulsed along the ceiling. Soldiers rushed past them, faces tight with stress. "Am I being court-martialed?" Kate asked. The colonel didn't slow down. "If we were following protocol, yes." They entered a large room where 5 other people in military uniforms sat around a metal table. Kate recognized some faces from news reports. Major Alan Frost, who lost his entire unit in the Europa conflict. Captain Diane Lee, who stole medical supplies for civilian refugees against orders. "Sit down, Lieutenant," Colonel Ward said. "You're the last one." The wall screen activated. It showed a ship approaching a massive ring structure orbiting a blue-green planet. "First contact mission to Proxima Centauri B," Ward explained. "Sent 6 months ago." The video showed the Earth ship approaching. Then, without warning, energy beams shot from the ring. The Earth ship exploded. Ward swiped to another video. Second attempt, different approach, different signals. Same result. The screen showed another destruction. Then a third. 3 missions, 3 immediate rejections. No communication, no warning. Ward turned to face them. Every diplomatic approach has failed. Every standard military tactic has been predicted and countered. Kate felt her throat tighten. "Why are we here?" "Because you're all failures," Ward said. "You disobeyed orders. You questioned command. You made choices no proper soldier should make." The room fell silent. Kate noticed the others shifting uncomfortably. "And that's exactly what we need now," Ward continued. "The aliens seem to predict our every standard move. They reject what they see as normal human behavior." He pressed a button. A hologram appeared showing a new type of combat suit, sleek and fitted with neural interfaces. "U6 are now Pariah Squadron. A unit of misfits and outcasts who don't think like normal soldiers." Ward's face hardened. "You're our last hope before full-scale war." The alarm suddenly blared. Red lights flashed across the room. "What's happening?" Kate stood up. Ward checked his con device. His face went pale. "They're here," he said. "An alien ship just entered Earth's atmosphere." The base shook as everyone rushed to the command center. Kate ran behind Colonel Ward, her boots clanging against metal floors. Screens on the walls showed a silver disc-shaped craft hovering over the Nevada desert. "It's scanning for military installations," a technician shouted. Ward pointed to a sealed door. "Suit up, Pariah Squadron, now." The 6 outcasts entered a small chamber filled with the combat suits they had seen in the hologram. Black, sleek, with glowing blue lines running along the arms and legs. "These neural interface suits are still experimental," Ward explained as technicians helped them dress. "They connect directly to your nervous system." Kate winced as cold metal touched her spine. The suit tightened around her body like a second skin. Major Alan Frost stood next to her, his face hard and emotionless. "This is suicide," he muttered. "We haven't trained together. Better than sitting here waiting to die, Kate replied. The neural link activated. Kate gasped as information flooded her mind. Weapon systems, communication channels, tactical displays. The alien ship is directly above us. Ward's voice came through their comlinks. Your mission is simple. Get to Titan, investigate the signal, and find out what happened to the standard team we sent last week. Titan? Captain Lee asked. That's Saturn's moon. How do we... Underground Hangar Bay 3, Ward cut her off. We have a stealth ship ready. Go now. They ran through the base as the ceiling cracked above them. Dust and concrete fell. Warning sirens blared. The hangar contained a small black ship with no visible windows or markings. I can fly this, Frost said, stepping forward. I trained on the prototype. No one argued. They boarded quickly as the hangar doors began to open above them. The alien ship is firing on the base, the ship's AI announced in a calm voice. Kate strapped herself into a seat. The neural interface connected her to the ship's systems. She could feel the engines humming. Launch now, Frost ordered. The ship shot upward through the opening doors. Kate's body pressed hard against her seat. Through the neural link, she saw what the ship's sensors saw. The alien craft firing green energy beams at the base below. The desert sand turning to glass. Stealth systems engaged, Frost said. Hold on. The ship accelerated, pushing through the atmosphere. Earth grew smaller behind them. We're leaving while they attack our base? Kate asked, anger in her voice. Orders are orders, Frost replied coldly. Isn't questioning them what got you in trouble? Kate wanted to argue, but stopped when she saw his hands shaking on the controls. The journey to Saturn took hours instead of months, thanks to the ship's advanced drive. No one spoke much. Each person sat with their own thoughts, connected to the ship through their suits. As they approached Titan, the ship's sensors detected something. There's the standard military vessel, Frost said, pointing to a screen showing a larger Earthship in orbit around the moon. No signs of damage. No distress signals. Something's wrong, Kate said. They should be responding to our hails. The ship descended toward Titan's orange surface. Through the neural link, Kate felt a strange signal pulsing from below. I'm picking up unusual energy readings, Lee reported. Nothing like our technology. Frost landed the ship near the military vessel's recorded landing site. They put on helmets to complete their suits. Stay alert, Frost ordered as the door opened. We don't know what. He stopped mid-sentence. Outside, in the orange haze of Titan's atmosphere, lay the bodies of 20 Earth soldiers. Their suits were intact. No signs of weapons fire. And in the distance, half buried in Titan's surface, was a massive structure that didn't belong there. No blood, Kate said, kneeling beside one of the dead soldiers. No wounds. Frost checked another body. Brain activity stopped suddenly, like someone flipped a switch. The structure in the distance loomed larger as they approached. It was metallic, with smooth surfaces that reflected the dim Titan sunlight. No doors were visible, no windows. Just a massive half-buried oval. The signal is coming from inside, Lee said, checking the readings through her neural interface. Kate felt something strange through her suit, a slight buzzing in her mind. Do you feel that? The others looked at her. Some nodded. Some didn't. I don't feel anything, Frost said. It's like static in my head, Kate explained. Captain Lee pointed to her neural display. The dead soldiers all had standard neural implants. Military issue. And we have experimental ones, Kate realized. Different technology. Frost approached the structure cautiously. We need to find a way in. As if responding to his words, a section of the wall slid open. No sound, just a dark entrance appearing where solid metal had been. It heard us? Someone whispered. Or it scanned us, Kate said. Stay alert. They entered with weapons ready. The inside was dark, until their footsteps triggered lights along the floor. The corridor curved downward, leading deeper into Titan's surface. "This is a trap," Frost muttered. "Probably," Kate agreed. "But it's why we're here." The corridor opened into a vast chamber. The ceiling was so high it disappeared into darkness. And filling the chamber were thousands of transparent containers. Each one held something that looked human. "The diplomatic missions," Lee gasped. "The ones that were destroyed." Kate approached one container. Inside floated a man in an Earth uniform. His eyes were open but unseeing. Tubes connected to his head and spine. "They're studying us," Kate said. "Learning how we think." A humming sound grew louder. The floor beneath them vibrated. "We need to leave," Frost ordered. "Now." They turned to run, but the entrance had vanished. Smooth wall replaced the doorway. "Find another exit," Frost shouted. The humming intensified. Kate felt pressure building in her head. The others clutched their helmets, faces twisted in pain. "It's attacking our minds," Lee cried out. Two of their team collapsed, blood trickling from their noses. But Kate noticed something strange. The pain in her head was less severe than what the others showed. "The neural interfaces," she said through gritted teeth. "Our flawed thinking patterns. It can't target us the same way it did the standard soldiers." Frost staggered toward a control panel on the wall. "We need to download whatever data we can. Find out what these things are." The chamber shook violently. Part of the ceiling collapsed, crushing containers and their human contents. "The whole structure is moving," Lee shouted over the noise. Through her neural link, Kate saw outside sensors from their ship. The oval structure was rising from Titan's surface, revealing itself to be much larger than they thought. A massive ship breaking free from its hiding place. Frost connected his suit to the alien panel, downloading their tactical database. "Cover me." More of their team fell. Only Kate, Frost, and Lee remained standing. "Hurry," Kate urged. "Almost done," Frost said. Then his body went rigid. "Something's wrong." "It's fighting back." His eyes met Kate's. "Get this data back to Earth. I'll create a diversion." Before she could stop him, Frost ripped the connection from his suit and jammed it directly into his neural port. His body convulsed as alien data flooded his mind. The wall behind them exploded outward, creating an escape path. "Go!" Frost screamed, blood pouring from his eyes. "I can't hold it back much longer." Kate grabbed the data chip from his suit as Lee pulled her toward the new opening. "We can't leave him," Kate yelled. "He's already gone," Lee said. As they ran, Kate looked back one last time. Frost stood surrounded by alien energy, his mind burning out as he fought the alien system. And in that moment, she understood what he had discovered in the download. A truth so terrible, it had made this sacrifice worth it. Kate and Leigh sprinted across Titan's surface toward their ship. Behind them, the alien vessel rose fully from the ground, sending tremors through the moon's crust. Orange dust clouds billowed around them. "We won't make it," Lee gasped, stumbling on the uneven terrain. "We have to," Kate said, pulling her forward. They reached their ship just as the alien vessel fired its engines. The blast knocked them against the hull. Kate slammed her hand on the entry panel. The door slid open. "Can you fly this thing?" Kate asked as they scrambled inside. Lee dropped into the pilot's seat. "Better than you." The ship lifted off as the alien vessel turned toward them. Green energy beams cut through Titan's atmosphere, missing them by meters. "Stealth systems failing," the ship's AI announced. "Just get us to the jump point," Kate ordered. The ship accelerated away from Titan. Saturn's rings filled the view screen. The alien vessel followed, gaining on them. "We can't outrun it," Lee said, hands dancing across the controls. Kate inserted Frost's data chip into the ship's system. "Let's see what he died for." Information flooded the neural interface. Images, data, alien language translated into basic concepts. They call themselves the architects, Kate said, sorting through the information. They've been studying humans for decades. Another energy beam struck near them, rocking the ship. Tell me something useful, Lee shouted. Kate dug deeper into the data. They reject us because they detect a flaw in our species. What flaw? Unpredictability. Emotional decision-making. Kate's eyes widened. They can't stand that we don't follow logical patterns. The ship lurched as an energy beam grazed their hull. Warning lights flashed red across the cabin. Engine damage, the AI reported. Jump capability compromised. Lee banked the ship hard, diving toward Saturn's rings. How does that help us? Kate's mind raced. The neural interfaces. Our flawed thinking protected us from their mind weapons. So do something unpredictable. Something no logical being would expect. Lee stared at her for a second and smiled. She yanked the controls, sending the ship directly toward Saturn's rings at full speed. What are you doing? Kate yelled, grabbing her seat as the Gi forces pressed against her. Being unpredictable, Lee answered. The ship plunged into the dense ring particles. Ice and rock hammered against the hull. The alien vessel hesitated, then followed more cautiously. Their weapons can't target us in this debris, Lee said. But we can't stay here long. Kate continued searching through the data. Earth needs to know this. The aliens predict standard military tactics. That's why conventional forces keep failing. A massive chunk of ice appeared directly in their path. Lee swerved, scraping the ship's side against it. Hull breach in Section 3, the AI warned. Sealing it, Kate said, redirecting power through her neural link. They burst out of the rings on the far side. The jump point glowed ahead of them. Almost there, Lee said. The alien ship emerged from the rings behind them, closing fast. Jump engines at 30%, the AI reported. Insufficient for Earth return. Kate made a decision. Redirect all power to the jump engines. Life support, weapons, everything. We'll be defenseless, Lee warned. We're dead anyway if we don't make the jump. Lee nodded and executed the command. The cabin lights dimmed. The air grew still as ventilation stopped. Jump engines at 60%, the AI said. Minimum requirement met. The alien vessel fired again. This time, the beam struck their engines directly. Jump now, Kate shouted. The stars stretched around them as the damaged jump drive activated. The ship shuddered violently. Kate felt blood in her mouth as the Gi forces crushed her. Then darkness. Kate woke to emergency lighting and the taste of metal. Lee lay unconscious beside her. Through the cracked view screen, Kate saw Earth. But it wasn't the Earth she remembered. The blue planet was surrounded by hundreds of alien ships. Cities burned across the surface. The war had already begun. And they were too late. Kate shook Lee awake. We need to move. Their damaged ship drifted toward Earth, engines dead. Through the neural interface, Kate picked up scattered emergency broadcasts. All major cities under attack. Resistance forces retreating to underground bases. Conventional weapons ineffective. How long were we out? Lee asked, wiping blood from her forehead. 3 days, according to the ship's log, Kate said. The jump drive malfunction slowed our return. A military channel opened on their comm system. Unidentified vessel. Identify yourself or be destroyed. This is Captain Lee and Lieutenant Voss, Pariah Squadron, Lee responded. We have critical intel from Titan. Silence then, sending coordinates for approach. Follow exactly or defensive systems will engage. Their ship was pulled into a hidden hangar built into the side of a mountain. Armed soldiers surrounded them as they exited. Their neural suits were torn and damaged, barely functioning. Colonel Ward waited for them, his face gaunt and scarred. Where's the rest of your team? They were rushed to a command center deep underground. It's like they're reading our minds. She connected Frost's data chip to the main system. They've been studying us for years. They see our emotional thinking as a flaw. The data appeared on the main screen. Alien analysis of human brain patterns. Predictive models of human behavior. That's why they couldn't kill us on Titan. Ward studied the data. You're saying our best soldiers are actually the easiest for them to defeat? Exactly, Lee said. We need people who think unpredictably. People who don't follow standard patterns. Kate pointed to the neural interface in her suit. And we need to modify these to enhance that unpredictability. Ward made a decision. I'll gather every misfit, outcast, and unconventional thinker we have left. How many suits can we produce? With the factories we still control, maybe 1,000, a technician answered. Not enough, Kate said. It has to be, Ward replied. Over the next week, they trained their new force. People rejected by military standards. Civilians who thought differently. All equipped with modified neural suits. They'll expect a coordinated assault, Kate told the gathered forces. So we won't coordinate. Each of you will act independently. Make choices that feel wrong. Do what no logical being would predict. The day of the attack came. 1,000 small craft launched from hidden bases around the world. Each pilot connected to their ship through neural interfaces designed to amplify their unique thinking patterns. Kate and Lee led the first wave. Alien defenses fired at them, but the shots missed as the human pilots flew in chaotic, unpredictable patterns. It's working, Lee shouted as they broke through the outer defenses. Kate's ship crashed into the mothership's hangar. She fought her way through confused alien defenders, their weapons targeting systems failing against her unpredictable movements. She reached the central core, where the alien intelligence pulsed with energy. The same intelligence that had killed Frost, that had rejected humanity. Kate had a choice, destroy it or attempt communication on a deeper level. We are not flawed, she pushed the thought into the alien consciousness. We are different. Images flashed through her mind. Worlds destroyed. Civilizations erased. All for the sake of perfect order. Accept our difference, Kate thought as blood ran from her nose. Or we will use it to destroy you. The alien presence hesitated. Outside, the human forces pushed the aliens back. Unpredictable tactics overwhelmed logical defenses. The alien ships began to retreat. The mothership shuddered as its system shut down. Kate disconnected from the alien mind, falling to her knees. They had won, but at terrible cost. Half of Earth's cities lay in ruins, billions dead. As medics helped her from the alien ship, Kate felt something strange in her mind. Echoes of the alien consciousness remained, linked to her through the neural connection. She kept this to herself as Earth celebrated victory, as she was promoted to lead the new diplomatic corps. Because in those alien thoughts, she found a disturbing truth. The aliens weren't retreating. They were regrouping,